session, after which members will have the chance to seek clarification. Honorable Majority Leader, please. Honorable members, kindly proceed. Honorable members, due to the limitation of time, the chairs will be required to present or make presentation based on the following schedule, as approved by the Assembly Business Committee. Tuesday, 8th April 2025, the Chairperson of Education Committee. 2, Health. 3, Culture. 4, Trade. 5, Transport. Wednesday, Environment. Wednesday is Environment, followed by Justice, Ward Fund, Water, PIC, Labor, ICT. Thursday, PSC, Implementation, ABSC, Planning, Delegated Legislative Committee, and ABC. Honorable members, I trust that all chairpersons will come prepared to present comprehensive and honest reports, and urge all members to actively engage with the report. However, I wish to caution that any chairperson who fails to make a substantive presentation on the status of their committees or respond to members' clarification will be liable to sanctions under our standing orders. Honourable members, you will also recall that I directed the House Procedure and Rules Committee to finalize and adopt and table its report on the review of standing orders, particularly on the issue of introduction of question time that will see CEC member and the CEOs of various boards and parastatals to appear before the House on every Wednesday to respond to urgent issues and questions. In this regard, without appearing to be preempting debate, I am glad that the said report is ready and shall be tabled today before the Assembly. Honourable members, these efforts we are making are critical, a critical step towards bringing our committees back on track and ensuring that the work of the Assembly is carried out effectively. The reports will serve as a transparent review of each committee's progress and will guide our collective efforts in improving performance and accountability going forward. I also urge all honorable members to remain alert to safeguard the autonomy and mandate of this county assembly. Honorable members, you stand so guided. Thank you. Clerk, proceed.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Honourable members, are you aware I'm the chairperson on Procedure and Rules Committee? I delegate the same to the Deputy Speaker to lay the report of the Procedure and Rules Committee. Kindly, Sergeant Atam, facilitate the Honourable Deputy Speaker to lay the papers.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I wish to lay following paper that this assembly adopts the report of the sectorial committee on procedure and rules on consideration of amendments to various standing orders laid on the table of the assembly today, 8th April 2025. Honorables, I beg to lay.
Honorable members, the paper laid before the assembly, there has always been an outcry on the commitment by the implementers of the resolution of the House and various engagements. This will provide an opportunity for this House to engage directly with the various CEC members, the Chairperson County Public Service Board, the CEC Nairobi Water Company being a corporate body. So going forward, the House will find a perfect opportunity to listen and to interrogate the CECs and the chair of the board and the CEO of our parastatals before the assembly. At every sitting on Wednesday, statement hour. So I hope members will contribute when the report will be allocated by the House Business Committee, and I direct the paper laid to be considered by the House Business Committee for debate. Thank you, honourable members. And I hope the members will get the said reports in a record time so that you can go through. Clerk, kindly proceed.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion, that this assembly adopts the report of the sectorial committee on procedure and rules on consideration of amendments to various standing orders laid on the table of the assembly today, 8th April 2025.
Come again, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion, that this assembly adopts the report of the sectorial committee on procedure and rules on consideration of amendments to various standing orders laid on the table of this assembly today, 8th April 2025. Honorable
Thank you. The same has been committed to the House Business Committee for allocation. Thank you. Honourable members, before we move to the next order, I would want to acknowledge and raise to your attention the presence of the visiting dignitaries of this city from Githurai Ward at the public gallery. We have Pete Mwangi, kindly wave. You can't wave to the House while seated, Honorable Mwangi. Thank you. We have Raz Owando, Dominic. He's a representative of Inuka Sacco. We have Mr. Kibe Gerald, who is the chairperson, Boda Boda. We have Dennis Mushiri, youth and sports representative. We have John Mbatia. I hope not the impersonator. We have Mbatia, who is the member of County Assembly. We have Samuel Njagi, representing Tiga Sacco. We have Mr. Mburu, Chairman Tuk Tuk. We have Charity Wanjiru. We have Ann Aoko. We have Dan Kimani, Vice Chair Boda Boda. And lastly, we have Titus Njenga. Our visiting dignitaries feel utmost welcome, and members of Nairobi County Assembly recognizes you and your presence. Thank you for finding time to come.
Order number 7, statements.
Honorable Clarence Munga, are you ready? Yeah, sure. Kindly proceed. I hope, Clerk, you have communicated to these other chairmen. Chairman Trade, kindly get ready. Chairman Education, Chairman Health, and Chairman Transport. Kindly, Honorable Member, be facilitated. You're supposed to make a presentation right here. Kindly, members, limit movement. Honorable Munga, please come forward. And I hope members, as the chair will be going through the status, you will be taking stock so that you may engage him.
Thank you, Mr.
Kindly proceed.
1, 2. Thank you.
Answered, kindly adjust the volume.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for allowing me to present the progress report on Secretarial Committee on Culture and Community Services. That is Committee on Culture.
What is happening with this microphone? This is not what it is.
Speaker, can I use One, two. Am I audible enough? Sorry? Speaker, if you may allow me to use the other gadgets. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for allowing me to do a presentation. The gadgets, Majority Leader, the gadgets are not working. My leader, I'm courageous enough. I can address this assembly here or either way there.
Honorable Majority Leader, you will have to bear with the Sergeant at Arm and the... Is it working? Kindly test it. Is it working?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think I'm audible enough. Allow me, my name is Clarence Munga, the chairperson of Culture and Community Services. I'm here to do a progressive report of the sector of the Culture Community Services Committee from 1st July 2024 to 30th March 2025, Mr. Speaker. Allow me to highlight the mandate of the committee. In accordance with the third schedule of the standing orders, the committee is also, I think there's a typo, in accordance with the third schedule of the standing orders, the committee is also mandated to investigate, inquire into, report on all matters related to 1, culture activities, public entertainment, public amenities including racing, liquor licensing, cinemas, video shows and hiring, libraries, museum, cultural activities and facilities, county parks and recreation facilities. B, firefighting services and disaster management. C, the control of pornography. D, C, the control of pornography.
Honourable members, the House is supposed to give
Speaker,
the member time without interruption. Kindly, please. Chairman, kindly concentrate. You have only 15 minutes.
Thank you. Pornography. D, ensuring and coordinating community and local participation in governance at the local level. E, assisting communities and locations in developing the administrative capacity for effective exercising their functions, powers, and participation in governance at the local level. In executing its mandate, the committee oversees the following 6 sectors or departments. A, youth, talents and sports. B, social services. D, city culture, arts and tourism. D, disaster management and coordination. E, public participation, citizen engagement and customer service. And F, Nairobi City County Liquor Board. Speaker, there's a list, in that report there's a list of members. I don't need to go through them.
You don't have to.
Thank you. Allow me to appreciate the following. During the committee execution period under review, the committee utilized various tools to achieve its objective. Those tools include A, consultative forums with the county executive and relevant stakeholders, consideration of respective sectors' budgetary documents, including annual development plans, that is for financial year 2023-2024, county physical strategy paper, that is CFSP 2023-2024, supplementary budget 1, estimates for the financial year 2024-2025, county physical strategy paper 2025-2026. C, consideration of petitions committed to the committee. D, consideration of statements committed to the committee. And E, consideration of bills, regulations assigned to the committee. I want to acknowledge, the committee wishes to acknowledge and thank the officers of the Speaker and the Clerk of the County Assembly for the support extended to it in the execution of its mandate. The committee also appreciates secretariats for the preparation of this report. Finally, I wish to express my appreciation to the honorable members of the committee who sacrificed their time to participate in the activities of the committee. It is therefore my pleasant duty and privilege on behalf of the Secretarial Committee on Culture and Community Services to present this report to the committee on committee progress for the period between July 2024 and March 2025. Mr. Speaker, I'll go bit to bit. It has been tabulated into various sectors: committee, evaluation, achievements, bills, petition, regulations, budget allocations, stakeholders, engagement, sites visits, challenges, and recommendations, Mr. Speaker. As I proceed, let me start with the committee achievements, Mr. Speaker. During the period under review, the committee received and deliberated on various bills, petition, regulations. It subsequently tabled reports which are summarized below. Lists of bills, petitions, regulations considered. 1. Nairobi City County Civic Education Bill 2023. Date committed was Tuesday, 5th December 2023. Date tabled, the report tabled on Tuesday, 4th March 2025. Key recommendation that the relevant sector within the county government collaborated with relevant stakeholders to develop a comprehensive civic education curricula tailored to the needs of Nairobi City County residents. That the county government submits to the Assembly within 120 days of adoption of this report, regulation on the same, amongst other proposals contained in the bill. That the relevant sector within the county government work in partnership with the relevant stakeholders to develop detailed implementation plans and timelines for execution of
Chairman,
the provision
briefly,
of the county.
I hope you are not taking the House through the annual report of the committee.
That's why, Mr. Speaker, I said I have the achievements of the sector.
So kindly concentrate and highlight on the areas that are critical to this sitting, honourable members, and the outcry of the members, majorly on challenges and way forward. What you do want recommend for the committee?
Speaker, if you will allow me
Yes.
to read under the bills and petitions.
Yes.
I read just the title of whatever.
Very important.
Yeah?
Please.
Then the recommendations, members, if you need more
And
detail,
then now the way
the
forward.
report is out here. It's actually under your disposal. You can find a copy. So under the bills, Nairobi City County Civic Education Bill 2023, Mr. Speaker, there's a petition by residents of Gorofani which has been committed to this House, Mr. Speaker. There's a Public Finance Management Act, Nairobi City County Festival Fund, Regulation 2023, Mr. Speaker. It has been concluded, committed resolutions forwarded to the executive for further actions. Under the committee sittings, Mr. Speaker, during the period under review, the committee held a total of 30 sittings. Under the budget allocations, during the period under the committee, produced the following report. Report on liquor, licensing. Do I have to read?
Honourable members, I hope it's very much important to get to understand the detailed
Thank you, Mr.
information, especially on the liquor.
Thank you.
Where is the revenue?
Thank you, Mr.
How much have you raised?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
On liquor licensing board.
Honourable Majority Leader, please. Okay.
Honourable Speaker, sorry that I've not been around. I've not been feeling well, but I'm a bit confused. I know this is a directive through you as to sit, Honourable Speaker, but I think the chair should enumerate the success the committee has envisioned, plus the challenges it faces, not to enumerate the success in the executive. Because exactly what you're doing now, the Speaker, Deputy Speaker, tabling the report of rules and procedure, we're envisioning that we'll be having these CCs here. So what it gives us a head start is the chair tell us in my committee, these are the challenges we faced. And this is a success of the committee. We've managed 1, 2, 3. But if we, all this narrative will stay
Yes,
here.
and actually, Chair, if you may recall, I've just directed you that this should not be part of the usual business of tabling and taking members through the annual committee reports. Yeah?
Yes. So, Mr. Speaker, as guided, allow me to, because I have this report of under liquor and possibly part of the challenges and success actually attached.
You kindly proceed.
Under Liquor Licensing Board, to support the sector objective, the Liquor Licensing Board, of which vote number 5327 was allocated a total of 230 million, comprising 220 million for recurrent expenditure and 70 million for development expenditure. Am I in order, Speaker?
Order, Honorable.
I proceed.
The collection. Kindly proceed.
Thank you. Recurrent expenditure and development 70 million for development expenditure. As per the approved annual estimates for the financial year 2023-2024, the sectorial committee was rationalized to 230 million for recurrent expenditure and 70 million for development in a supplementary one estimate for financial year 2023-2024. Regarding the absorption rate of the sector, it is observed that as at the end of the fourth quarter of the financial year 2023-2024, the sector had absorbed 229 million or 99.6% of the amount allocated for a recurrent expenditure, and 40 million, that is 57.2% of the amount allocated for development. In the current financial year 2024-2025, the sector was allocated 294 million for recurrent expenditure and 57 million for development expenditure, amounting to a total of 351 million. This figure was subsequently rationalized at 389 million, with 332 million for recurrent expenditure and 57 million for development expenditure in the supplementary budget 1. The submitted annual development plan for financial year 2025-2026 outlines sector's priorities for liquor licensing, with a projected development matrix amounting to 360 million, figure higher than 309 indicated in the CIDP. On inclusivity, public participation, customer care, service sector, in the approved annual budget estimate for financial year 2023-2024, the inclusivity, public participation, customer service sector was allocated a total of budget of 2.2 billion. Out of this amount, 1.65 billion was designated for recurrent expenditure, while 560 was allocated for development programs. In the approved budget for financial year 2025-2026, the sector was allocated 352 million, with a development share of 120 million. However, this was revised to 454 million, comprising...
Under your sector, do you have any ongoing project?
Yeah.
And what are the status of the projects and what are the challenges? This is all we and your engagement with the executive.
Okay.
Honourable members, is this what you expected?
I have proposed sector projects. If you want me to...
That is what we want from you,
okay.
Majorly, yes, on the projects. And again, not necessarily the achievements, but the challenges
and the
way forward.
And the projects. So I start with the project, then the challenges.
It is important.
Thank you. On proposed projects, sector projects on liquor and licensing, proposed projects include: 1, conducting awareness campaign, sensitization, 100 million, preparation of research at 25 million, establishing rehabilitation centers at 40 million, improving working environment, that is offices and safety, that is 30 million, purchase of motor vehicle at 14 million, conducting training at 30 million, increasing compliance with the liquor laws and regulation, 100 million, implementing interagency enforcement operations, 10 million, conducting interagency meetings at 11 million. Mr. Speaker, am I in order?
Just guidance.
Yes.
Yes, Majority Leader, please.
Honorable Speaker, thank you.
Munga sabotaged me.
My chair, I think the House we need to be guided. We are looking a future that is either we have a relationship
Chairman.
at the committee level with the executive or not. What I expect from every chair when you stand, number one, I am the chair of Culture and Social Services. I lead a sector which has 5 chief officers, for instance, 9 directors, and a raft of sections. In my oversight role as a chair for public service or for culture, we as a committee, we've engaged executive positively in a good manner, or we have 1, 2, 3, 4 challenges with executive, so that the members present in this House in that particular committee can concur with you as a chair or critique and tell chair, no, the reporting is not right, so that we know where the rubber is not meeting the road. So if you tell us now what we budgeted in supplementary budget, we are not getting at the gist of what we get as a House. Because when you sit as a committee, you are only 23, 25, right? But now here we are 123. We want to understand the cries on the corridor. The committee is not respected. Who does not respect this committee and why? We don't want the history. The development agenda is in the budget committee. So if that can be done, then if I am the chair for a sector, my committee is seated here. He'll agree with me, indeed, we are okay with the executive. Or there's a challenge on our oversight. I think that's what we need from here. We bring supplementary, main budget, see what is not helping what we want to, the gist. You see what the speaker has read here? What the speaker has read here is a report of the rules and procedure. That beyond the chairs presenting us their status, relation, and oversight role with the executive, it will inform us when a CC next week is seated here. Yeah. When a CC for culture stands here, and the chair has already told us how they relate, how they work, it's easy to cross-examine that particular what? CC here. So clerks, you've done out of context what the chair or the speaker communicated. In fact, if the chair does not even to be written these things, you just need to stand and say, I run this sector, I have these chief officers, Mr. Speaker, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 as a committee.
Exactly. I hope that is what I've taken you through. Your presentation is supposed to be for the consumption of these members. Yes? And in relation to their words. Yes. And to bring them up to speed on your plans as a chair, a sector chair, your plans. What do you plan for their wards? We want to give back the committee the mandate to implement, yes, the budget as appropriated by the budget committee. So kindly give highlights.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, you know I've gotten the points very well. I think through preparation of this report, the Secretariat was not well informed on what we were supposed to be doing because of how they've prepared the report. But in a nutshell, Mr. Speaker, through your guidance.
Yes, Majority Whip.
We can protect you.
Your mic.
Honorable Speaker, I want to support what the Leader of Majority has said. And Honorable Speaker, maybe what the chairs have not thought of is that they are fearing victimization. And as a speaker, you need to protect them that whatever they may want to present, they will not be victimized by the executive, to be precise, Honorable Speaker. They will not, whatever they speak here will be a house problem, not a chairman's problem. That's why you see on my chair for culture is just going round, going circles, and it's not trying to say the challenges which the committee is facing. So Honorable Speaker, chair again who can present, they will also go in circles. So it's in order to say that, Honorable Speaker, like there have been fire outbreaks in various wards. What is the response of the fire engines to those wards? That's what the members are trying to say. How are you engaging the executive on those issues as the chair? The budget which was given, Honorable Speaker, for this fire or disaster of food. So, Honorable Speaker, maybe the chair, you may tell Speaker that you need to be a full protection as a majority whip and a whip. As a whip, feel protected so that you speak. What's the problem? Oh, your members are crying. Even me, I'm crying. You have never put for me in a trip. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Jara, the last one, please. We have not opened the plenary for debate. What is it?
Honorable, let me thank you for the opportunity. The chair standing before you is my chair. I am his deputy. Allow me to point out one or two things before he proceeds. As members of this committee chair, Chairman Munga heads 5 departments, 5 committees, under 5 chief officers. Honorable Speaker, this man has really tried, Mheshimiwa Munga.
Honorable Jara, can you maybe hold on a bit? Because we will give you time for that.
I'm coming, actually,
No,
I want...
No, we will give you time.
I wanted to give...
Just take your seat. Honorable Whip, I've heard your concern, but I would only remind this House to adhere and confine within the limits of the Constitution and the mandate of the committee. If you turn to be a crying baby and you are not in a position to do what is rightfully as a committee, then you will be doing a lot of disservice and injustice to the entire country. I really don't expect this House to reduce themselves to a level of holding themselves back with fear. Fear to who? Who is a subordinate staff in this House? You are a member of the County Assembly of Nairobi, elected and especially elected to represent, to legislate and oversight. And you must oversight the executive, honorable members. So I expect nothing sort of a chairperson to come before this plenary and say it as it is, and where you would want to be helped by the whole assembly, if not the committee. So flip-flopping honorable chairs, and honorable chairs, for some reason, you need to be a bit cautious. I had given directive that the committees to be reorganized and election to be done. So this is the time to prove yourself that you are in control of your committee. I'm not going to mince my words. This is the time and a perfect opportunity. We have 124 members of the County Assembly of Nairobi. And this is the time for campaigns for those positions. I told you, you know the button to press. We have the whips who are in control in reorganizing the committees and subsequently conducting election on all the committees. It is a requirement by law. It is a requirement by our standing orders. It is not the directive of the Speaker. Honorable members. So, Honorable Clarence Munga, kindly proceed. Yes. Honorable.
Can we maybe change, Honorable Speaker, for the chair to get the gist of what we want by us throwing questions to the chair? So that we start first coming from the bottom up or the head down. So we start throwing questions to
I'm sorry, chair. Honorable Majority Leader, that is not what was approved. Thank you for understanding. The chair now is up to speed.
Speaker.
And he's a senior member of this assembly serving his third term.
Speaker, I've gotten you clearly. Based on what we had prepared.
Kindly, Sergeant Tam, this microphone is not audible.
Based on what we had prepared, Mr. Speaker, is totally
bring it closer to him.
Contrary to what I'm getting from your end and including my majority leader. Possibly, I can just read and possibly be given another time to express all the challenges, because I understand the challenges the sectors are facing, including us passing here the budget and then the executive failing to implement the entire budget, only for them to come with a supplementary budget, watering down everything that we had proposed in that budget. That is one of the challenges, Mr. Speaker.
Perfect, Honorable Chair. Yes, those are, that is exactly what you expect from a chair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I wasn't prepared for that because that's what I don't have it here.
Do you want to tell the House you want to request your son?
Yeah, possibly if I can be given more time to do a proper report so that this House can be well informed.
Chairman,
of the challenges.
As a competent chair,
yes,
you can get 10 minutes of your time to go through and get the highlights, so that when you're making a presentation, yeah, you can only need maybe a maximum of 10 minutes to tell.
And that's what I'm saying, Chairman, Mr. Speaker, because I know those challenges have had. As part of what we've done.
Do you need 10 minutes as we give another chair maybe the floor? Can we give you 10 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
So that you come back later.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. So, Chairman Health, are you ready? Chairman Health, please.
Honorable Speaker, on behalf of members of Secretarial Committee of Health, it is my pleasure and duty and privilege to present a progressive report. Under Health, I have a committee of 23 members and my able Vice Chair, Lily Kidenda. Health has 4 chief officers. We have health facilities headed by Ibrahim. We have medical services headed by Dr. Irene. We have public health headed by Tom Nyakaba. We have wellness, nutrition, and school feeding program headed by Amina Mohammed. Honorable Speaker, the committee have done 30 sittings. And on these sittings, we were able to have 1, consideration of bills and regulations. Under the bills, we had Food Safety and Fortification, Bill 2023, which was enacted into law. we had a draft school feeding program regulation under the Public Finance Management, the Nairobi City County School Feeding Program Fund regulation, which has been a cry in the committee because we have never finalized it due to some reasons which are from the executive. And we are still waiting for the CEC to organize for a meeting for the committee to go through final on the regulations that they have amended. And that is why we don't have policies and the regulations on the school feeding program. Considering, we have considered number 2, under these meetings, we did consider budgetary, the fiscal strategic paper 2025-2026, the ADP 2024-2025, the budget estimate supplementary financial year 2024-2025. The third meeting was consideration and deliberation of statements. The fourth meeting was inquiry and status operation of county hospitals, the level 5 hospitals. The committee held a meeting with county level 5 hospitals officers and planning for site visit inspections. Number 5, the fifth meeting was sensitization meeting with stakeholders, where the committee had a meeting with the Pharmacy and Poisons Board to consider allocation of budgets for disposal of pharmaceutical waste at various hospital facilities. The sixth meeting is, we had a meeting with the Senate Standing Committee on Health Services and deliberated on the issues of status of health facilities. And I hope the Speaker was present in that meeting. The seventh meeting, we had a meeting with this, we consider vetting of the Chief Officer for wellness and nutrition. Speaker, I'll not read all the 30 meetings. I'll go to the consideration of the bills. This Committee of Health have considered the following bills. The one, food fortification, legislative process, which we had the Nairobi City County Health Service Bill 2023. Committee adopted the report. We had Nairobi City County Mental Health Bill 2024 under consideration by a private member, Honorable Mark Mugambi, is under consideration. The committee had statements. We had 9 pending statements. The committee resolved that the CEC to come before the committee to respond to all unresolved statements next week on Wednesday. And that was a resolution which we made today when we had our sittings at the committee level, that all the pending bills, all the pending statements, the executive to appear before the committee. We have done site visits and the investigations. The site visit inspection within various hotels, restaurants, and clinics premises to undertake survey on compliance to health and sanitation regulation. We are planning to go for the site visits from next week and come up with a report as per Speaker's direction. We are also having inquiry on the operations and status of the county level 5 hospitals, which is ongoing. The last 2 weeks, we have been inviting the CEOs of the level 5 hospitals to give us the operations of the level 5 hospitals within the county. Workshops. This committee have undertaken 4 workshops during the period under review to be considered. We had our 3rd quarter, we had our 2nd quarter, we had our 1st quarter, and the 4th quarter retreat, which will help from 18th to 21st April 2024 to be considered the draft report of Nairobi City County Food Fortification Bill 2023. Honorable Speaker, memorandum from the public. The committee received submission by stakeholders regarding the Food Safety and Fortification Bill. Budget oversight. Under budget oversight, Honorable Speaker, the committee didn't have issues. And during the supplementary, as a chair, the committee rejected the budget for the supplementary due to following reasons. There was introduction of new projects which were not in the ADP. There was removal of the ongoing projects, 33 ongoing projects which were removed from the budget, and it was in the ADP. And when I was sent by the committee to reject the budget in totality, I was surprised that what the committee recommended was not followed. Honorable Speaker, the health, wellness, nutrition was allocated 7.7 billion recurrent and 1.13 billion for development expenditure. Honorable Speaker, we do have ongoing projects, some which are stalled due to non-payments of the projects. We have under 2024-2025, we have 15 ongoing projects. Some are at procurement stage, some are at inspection stage, some are at payment process. Honorable Speaker, monitoring and evaluation. The committee has emphasized on the need for strengthening monitoring and evaluation frameworks within the sector, and is actively following up with the county executive to ensure that all funded projects are tracked through quarterly report. Honorable Speaker, County Executive Committee member for the sector attends invited meetings to deliberate on various issues that affect or impact the sector. Honorable Speaker, the challenges that the committee is undergoing. 1, the committee has experienced delay in correspondence responses, and in some cases, the CEC and the chief officers not attend to scheduled committee meetings and keep postponing, thereby impeding timely decision making and oversight. Number 2 challenge, rollover and stalled projects, making it hard for members to oversight during budget scrutiny and allocation of funds. Honorable Speaker, the committee achievements are as follows. The committee has provided input on proposed legislation related to health services, ensuring alignment with national laws and respondences to the unique need of Nairobi County residents. Regular joint meeting held by committee to meet county executive and stakeholders have created an impact in the sector, especially in the legislation and budget making process. Honorable Speaker, recommendation on way forward for improving effectiveness in the health sector. The committee recommends that committee and county executive to strengthen monitoring and evaluation framework within the sector. ensure that all funded projects are tracked through quarter reports and projects implemented. Number 2, county executive to offer timely and comprehensive reports and responses. Number 3, county executive officer to honor committee invitation, failure to which sanctions be imposed. Number 4, committee to expedite on health-related policies and legislation proposals for effective legislative oversight. And number 5, collaboration with health, wellness, nutrition to enhance coordination and effective communication in order to address issues that affect and impact the sector. Honorable Speaker, just to conclude, this committee is dedicated, and with your support as the Speaker, we wish to thank you, the Office of the Speaker and the Clerk, the Nairobi City County Assembly, for the support extended to it while considering the committee businesses. Further, the committee extends its gratitude to the secretariat for their contribution during and after the deliberation and compilation of this report. Finally, I sincerely thank members of the committee for health, for their dedication and commitment during the exercise, which greatly contribute to the compilation of this report. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Chair Maurice Ochieng.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Majority Leader. Honorable Speaker, I'm surprised. As much Kindly press your mic on. Speaker, I'm really surprised that the Chair for Health is being clapped because he has given a liturgy of a journey in the committee, but he has not spoken what he speaks in private about the challenges he's going through with the sector. That have really surprised me. The Chair for Health has accepted that all CECs and chief officers attend the meetings, but the private closet is crying, the chief officer, the CECs do not respect the committee. Honorable Chair, on that, allow me to ask this. Honorable Chair,
Food program.
all these issues, he's been complaining and lamenting, the book of lamentation. Honorable Chair, allow me, Speaker, to ask the Chair 2 or 3 issues. Number 1, at what point did the sector decide to privatize pharmacists in our hospitals? Number 2, at what point, you know, when we grew up in Nairobi, all the vaccination for it's called what? Yellow fever was done in City Hall, either at Kenya Polytechnic or at the other side of Mabolak. So far, this thing, we don't know who gives it. It's now a private entity issuing it. It does not bring revenue to the county, but initially it was a source of revenue. At what point did the Chair keep quiet on this? Because don't also allow us to help you cry. Yes. After your cry is sorted, you keep quiet. So, Chair, respond to us. When did you stop crying?
Thank you, Majority Leader.
On that note, Honorable Majority Leader, now that you have mentioned private entities being incorporated in our facilities, not limited to the pharmacy only, but even the radiology and CT scan being brought into our facilities for private use. So you also need to clarify on those areas.
Thank you, Speaker. The Majority Leader, due to time, I wanted to expound on some issues, but now that we are given 15 minutes, I was unable to go through even the same issues he has raised on status of Dishina County. We have pending statements. One, which was raised by Honorable Kennedy Swaka, MCA, on 29th September 2023, which is still pending up to date. In the same breath, we have Honorable Joel Munuve, which raised almost the same statement on management of school feeding program, which is Dishina County. It was raised on March 2025. The statement is still pending, and today he appeared before the committee, and the members resolved to invite the county secretary, to invite the CEC, to invite the chief officer for wellness, school feeding, to appear before the committee on 16 April this year. We still have some other pending statements, the majority leader and the honorable members. Issue to do with public utilities being privatized. As a chair and as a committee, we came up and raised an issue which was discussed at the cabinet level, which never came to the Committee of Health.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Whip.
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as the chair proceeds, it's good that the leader majority has said that he should strictly talk about the challenges. But Honorable Speaker, what has perplexed me, there is a member called Honorable Joel Munuve. I think, Honorable Speaker, nowadays I don't know if you have allowed this assembly to have bow ties. It's not properly dressed.
The bow tie is allowed, but I don't know whether Munuve is in a tie.
Is he in a tie or what is it? Honorable Speaker, is it a bow tie or a tie?
Honorable Munuve, kindly Sergeant Atam confirm whether the member is properly dressed. Honorable Munuve remains standing. It is not. I've not given you an opportunity to talk. I've just instructed the Sergeant Atam to confirm whether you are properly before the assembly. Is there a time? Honorable Munuve, kindly please be assisted by the Sergeant Atam. Get some time to adhere to the Speaker's dress code. Honorable Munuve, please, the Sergeant Atam has confirmed you are not properly dressed. Honorable Chairperson, kindly proceed.
Thank you, Speaker. On the issue which has been raised by the majority leader on pharmacies being privatized, as a committee, we came out and we oppose. As a committee, we oppose the privatization of these hospitals. Reason, there was no legal framework and any policy that was presented to the Health Committee. And as I stand here as the chair, there is no hospital which the pharmacy have been privatized as I stand here. We also, as a committee, oppose the introduction of the CEOs at level 4 hospitals. And as I stand here, it has not been actualized because there is no framework, no policy to the level 4 hospitals.
Honorable Chair.
Speaker, I was
kindly for a way of clarification and to help these members understand. Honorable Chair, when we talk of our facilities, harboring some private services, like a case in Mbagathi Hostel, where we have a CT scan machine being provided, serviced, and run by an individual. I really don't understand whether you know the consequences that come with whether the service provider is licensed, and in case where now there is any form of damage, caused by the machines, who will be held accountable? Is it the county? Who will be liable? And in case even of death in the same machine, when the procedure is being done, you are alive to the fact that we have a case in court which is ongoing on a mother who was going through a procedure and in the process lost her life. So this is something you need to look into critically as a chair of the sector. And those are the areas you would want help from the committee of the whole. Honorable Morris.
Thank you, Speaker.
What is it, Honorable Member?
Honorable Speaker, just to give support to what you are asking, which is very critical to this the engagement. I'm very surprised today that this is one of the perfectly working sector in this county, according to the chairman. I know for a fact, and I've shown the chairman and the committee letters showing that pest control services has been privatized to 14 service providers without going through the due process. I have shown him letters showing that the issuance of the public health certificates have been privatized to 8 providers without going through the due process. All these things you're mentioning have been privatized. I am so surprised at what is happening in this assembly that now I see where the problem is. The problem is not the leadership of the assembly. The problem is
Thank you, Speaker. Please, may I just respond? Please.
Give Alai time to talk even 1 hour. Because Alai has just confirmed to this house, now he is able to understand where the problem lies.
Thank you, Speaker.
Honorable Chair, this is not what I expected of you. I really don't understand what has happened in between. But as the Speaker, I'm very keen.
Honorable Speaker, just
yes, Honorable Majority Leader, please.
Just a point on what Alai said. Alai, thank you. Please now you know.
Speaker.
I want the chair to assist you. No, and to also to assist other chairs. By you saying that as you've refused, that's not parliamentary. As we can confirm, there is no privatization. That's not parliamentary. Parliamentary requires, in fact, I'm so disappointed when a chair stands before this House, Honorable Speaker, as a leader of majority, that Honorable Swaka gave a statement in 2023, up to date, it has not been responded, that because the CEC or chief officer has failed to appear before the committee. And you know very well, as a chair whose statute, you know the procedure. You committed before this House that Honorable Swaka will be given a response in 2 weeks. Now it's 2 years plus another 2 months going on, but you are comfortable saying we could do nothing. And the standing order is very clear. If that chief of staff failed, do for us a report, bring to us. Honorable Chair, I want to support a lie for the first time. There is a problem. There's a big problem, Chair. There's a big problem. It is you who told me, Chair, let me confess this today. It is the same Chair who told me, Leader of Majority, are you aware of privatization of services in clinics? It's the same Chair. It's the same Chair who told me, are you aware, Leader of Majority, that all the hospitals, people are private parking is being privatized? Honorable Majority, are you aware that the CEOs are being appointed? It's the same Chair today saying, my friend, my friend.
Thank you, Speaker. You give me time to respond on the issue of these equipments being privatized. The equipments under Procurement Act, they have a framework. When I raised an issue and we raised it in the committee, there's a framework that was followed. But on issue of medical certificates and pest control, we have invited the CEC to appear before the committee to give us the response why they are privatizing the medical certificates. When we did our site visits, we came up with a report in this assembly where we found most of food handlers, they have fake medical certificates.
Yes, Whip.
Honorable Speaker, you see that's why I want to support my Leader of Majority once for all, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, you know it was brought that you are holding brief for some individuals. But now, today, even Honorable Lai has seen that it's not the Speaker. Honorable Speaker, under Article 176 of the Constitution and Article 195 of the Constitution, it's very clear that if these members of the executive fail to do this, there are sanctions which have been provided in this Constitution, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, the Chair should tell us how many people are sanctioned. Honorable Speaker, how many people who have been invited, who have been summoned, who have been even taken to a dock. Honorable Speaker, you remember even Honorable the Governor for Isiolo was brought by the police to the Senate when he refused to come until even he paid fine, Honorable Speaker. Imagine a whole governor paying fine, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, as the Chair proceeds, telling us how many sanctions has imposed, which challenges is he facing not to impose sanctions on those officers when after doing a thorough investigation, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker. You know, being a chair, you had 23 members, and we are in a learning process. We are in a learning process. And now, moving forward, as a committee, we'll now pull up our socks, because there's a time when the committee was very serious and there was a lot of intimidations from the executive. A lot of intimidations.
Honorable Chair, I think when you face the executive as a chair and as an individual, what you must expect intimidation. But when you face executive as a committee, when you conduct a site visit as a committee, yeah, and as an assembly, Chairman, I can confirm to you that no one in their own rights can intimidate you, the committee. The committee wield enormous powers as contained in the Constitution. So, Chair, please, just change your approach. I know you normally go to the talk shows and media outlets. As an individual, it's supposed to be a collective responsibility, Chair. Kindly take your seat, Chair. It's supposed, honorable members, kindly take your seat.
Thank you, Speaker. When you see me in those shows, I'm being sent by the committee.
Yeah. Kindly take your seat. Honorable members, it is only viable that when you want to make a press conference, you call upon the members of your committee to give you solidarity and concurrence on whatever you are going to relay to the electorate, so that the committee owns the report and the press, the message. But now, when you go out there and give a press conference, I want to give an example. A honorable member of this House was frustrated and went out there to a site, an ongoing construction site. This is Honorable Alai. Because the construction was ongoing in his ward, and as a member and a custodian, he had all the rights to go and ask questions. But now these people took advantage because he was exposed and he was alone. So the rogue laborers and site people took advantage of the vulnerability of him being alone. Yes. So he would have raised the issue with the committee, the relevant committee, and request this committee to conduct a site visit in his ward, where we facilitate them with armed askaris, our sergeant at arms in uniform, and the clerks. Honorable members, you have all the tools of trade with you at your disposal. At no given time, any committee has approached the Speaker to approve any site visit, and the Speaker declined. Honorable Morris, you have committed before the Assembly that you are in the learning process, which actually should not be the case 2.5 years down the line. But now, this being a unique situation, and for the very first time, you to appear before the plenary to give the status report, I hope the House will give you some sort of leave of life for today. But going forward, we need you to adjust and give accurate information. Members, why I'm abstanding? Based on the two presentations by the two members, the two chairs, you make me feel like I'm out of position, because what I'm seeing here is now next thing, we are going to handle issues of tribalism. Next thing here, we are going to handle issue to do with friendship. We have just adopted a report of the Procedure and Rules Committee here, which will compel the CECs, the CEOs of various corporate bodies, and the chair to appear before the plenary to be asked hard questions. But you are just confirming the fear that that is not going to be the case. if you're going to coil yourself that you don't want to put these people to task, then now I'm sorry, and time is really running out. Time is really running out. Had indicated here that we must get the train on the track. And I'm determined that the train must be brought back on the track. And that is the agenda. And that is the agenda. If you are not ready to walk this journey, the committees must be active. The leadership must come out and get back the train on the track. There is nothing less than that, honorable members. And I hope I'm clear. So, the other chairman, please. You need to conclude.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Thank you. Honorable Chiang Jara, you can't inform the chair. I'm sorry.
Mr. Speaker, you know, I had appreciated the members of the committee, your office, that of the clerk. Allow me just to read part of the report. But I also want members to understand that the scope of the work of the sector, you know, we are actually oversighting 6 sectors. So the report may look so big, and members could get tired because of the long speech, but it's important for them to understand the sector that we oversight. So allow me to just say part of the projects that we are doing per sector. On liquor, proposed projects, conducting awareness and campaign, that is sensitization, and we've done several sensitization, Mr. Speaker, in different sub-counties. And members can ascertain that we've done those sensitization through liquor. Preparation of research reports, you know, we have to do research. We have to do research on the effects of alcoholism. Then establishment of a rehabilitation center. Mr. Speaker, I have to report to this House that when we came in as a committee, there was no rehabilitation center. And we gave the liquor licensing, and my members are here that can confirm, that we gave a liquor board a notice to ensure that they come up with several rehabilitation centers. We have one in the industrial area, that is in Mheshimiwa, I don't know if the member is here, but we have one there. Currently we are doing another one in Mtuini. I don't know if Mheshimiwa from Mtuini is here. Then improving working environment, of course, that is an obvious thing. Purchasing of a vehicle, Mr. Speaker, for enforcement. Then conducting trainings, Mr. Speaker, you know we have to train our staff. Increase in compliance with liquor laws and regulations, that is in terms of enforcement. Implementing interagency enforcement operations, and conducting interagency meeting, which we normally do, Mr. Speaker. In inclusivity, public participation, customer care sector, establishment of recording studio at 50 million. Mr. Speaker, it's also good to note that we had a recording studio that was burned down by the Gen Z at Nyayo Stadium. That is one of the projects that we had undertaken as a sector. In this financial year, we had proposed, and you know, Mr. Speaker, you remember the festivity that used to take place at Nyayo, at Uhuru Park. Because of cutting down the cost, as a committee, we proposed that we purchase a stage, sound, lighting equipment for the event at actually 30 million. Cutting the cost that was actually coming up to 150 million per what was being presented at Uhuru Park. Purchase of a red show truck at 20 million. This is for public participation, and construction of 2 safe houses at 20 million, Mr. Speaker. Under disaster management and coordination, there's construction of Gikomba Market. Mheshimiwa Petit can confirm. That is the first project we started with. Then construction of Kangemi Fire Station. Mheshimiwa Hamisi can confirm. Then construction of Jamhuri Showground, which is pending, which was supposed to be implemented this financial year, but we gave direction as a committee. Mheshimiwa, you can just confirm by lifting your hand. Thank you. Thank you.
Honorable member, just sit, please, just sit. You have nothing to confirm first. Just sit, just sit, just sit.
Saying,
we'll give you time.
Under this financial year, I think a member should confirm that the contractor has been awarded. Is that true? Thank you. So it means to us, it means we've awarded that contract. You get? So in terms of the contractor moving on site and clearing, I think that is because under our report now we are doing site visits. Possibly we'll do a site visit and come up with that report. Is that okay? Remember? Then we stopped the one for Jamhuri for them to do Kangemi, for them to complete Kangemi so that we can advertise the one for Jamhuri. Construction of Center of Excellence at Ruai at 300 million. This project has not yet started. This Center of Excellence, Mr. Speaker, we want to be doing training for firefighters and disaster management in the county. And it will actually be an income generating activity because other counties will be coming to train their staffs and their firemen at the facility, Mr. Speaker. That's why we are marked at 350, but the project has not yet started, Mr. Speaker. That is under disaster management. On talent and skills and sports, Mr. Speaker, we have proposed construction of under talent, skills and sports, these are social halls, Mr. Speaker. We had proposed getting a social hall, Mabatini Social Hall, Pangani, Kware, Ngei, Uhuru, Dandora, Mwiki, Kituzuru, Mugoa Sports Ground. Mr. Speaker, most of these projects are not been earmarked because have not started because, Mr. Speaker, majority of those things were scrapped in the supplementary budget. Rehabilitation of social halls, although also being affected, Madare North Social Hall, Kaloleni Social Hall, and Gong Road Hall, also pending because they were actually struck. All social halls were struck off in the supplementary budget. And Mr. Speaker, I wish the chairman for budget was here, Mr. Speaker, because they are the ones actually really...
Honorable Chair,
yes.
You normally given time to go and defend your budget.
We did.
As a chair.
We did and give our recommendation.
What do you normally go and defend before the budget committee, then now come and tell the House the budget was scrapped off? And at the same time, you bring the report of the committee and adopted by the plenary without raising an issue.
Mr. Speaker, you know, when I go before the Budget and Appropriation Committee and give my recommendation, and then they sieve, Mr. Speaker, and bring their report here in the floor of this House. But and members found that
no chair has ever protested here. No, there is no chair who has protested before the plenary against the report of the Budget and Appropriation Committee.
Speaker, let me say this. I'm in record, including even the governor knows. I've told him, since he has come,
the governor has got nothing to do with the budget making process.
It's in record.
Honorable Chair, you have no business to engage the governor on the issue of the appropriation of the budget.
Yes.
The appropriation of the budget is done by the sector. When you feel that you are frustrated, then you need to raise it with the House, Honorable Chair. So that when members contribute towards the adoption and processing of the budget, then they can now acknowledge the frustrations of the committee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the challenges, I think I'll address it.
Yes.
Allow me to proceed.
It is important,
Thank you.
please.
On construction of stadiums, Mr. Speaker, we have Kimbuini, that is, the contractor is on our site, possibly Mheshimiwa can confirm. Durarwa BP yet to commence. Kawa Stadium, not yet. Mugumuini, not yet. Those are proposed. But we have a city stadium where majority leader represents. I think he can even give information if there's something going on at city.
As a point of information, city stadium is a capital project. It's a capital project.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's not a ward-based project. The only person who can confirm is the head of monitoring evaluation by the county government, not the leader of majority.
But the projects, I just wanted you to ascertain if the project is there or not.
So far, the project is going on well. A turf has been laid.
Thank you.
Now the contractor is on the stands.
Thank you.
But also, Honorable Speaker, just on your point, before it gets out of my head, Honorable Speaker, this is the only chairman who is giving us food from a fire station. And this disaster committee sector is the most disastrous one.
Where is the warehouse now that you have mentioned that?
Honorable Speaker, that's what I'm asking. A capital city, that if you see how much you've appropriated in terms of disaster fund, it is almost in billions. But no one has ever thought of that the hygiene of this food is more important to those who consume, whether they are in a disaster, just to construct a warehouse in our own land of even 20 million. Honorable Speaker, today if an audit is carried out, a forensic audit, as Allah says, of really, where are these billions of money housing these foods and any other disaster materials? In a fire station, in a capital city? Chair, your committee should have come with a raft of measures that in the next financial year, we are going to allow the food that people are consuming housed in a fire station in Gigiri. Can I ask a question? If today you tell me that you've purchased wheat flour, unga ngano, 15 trailers, how many warehouses are those alive? Do you have a warehouse?
No, we don't.
So where does this food being kept, 15 trailers?
They are kept, just the way you said, they are kept in fire stations.
15 trailers.
And so, not 15 trailers.
I can imagine,
according to...
I have seen the LPOs for food.
Yes.
It's 30 million, 50
Yes,
million,
yes.
60 million, 70 million.
Yes.
Assume today members who just bought food equivalent to 70 million. Where will you store that?
That's why I'm saying, Mr. Speaker, if you allow me to respond.
Not just saying, we are saying there's a big fraud in this sector. You are putting 2 lorries of food in Gigiri.
Yes.
And pay air. So your sector must look into it. Disaster, if you are appropriating 200 million, must be able to take care of our vulnerable in the society.
I understand, Mr. Majority.
For the first time in history, Chair, you are calling us to give me a lead of majority. How many bails? 14 bails. What I can pay. In the history of this county, all elected leaders, every December, you used to receive 50 to 200 bails to distribute to our vulnerable people in the society. You are a failure, Chair. You've allowed your sector...
Honorable Majority Leader, please kindly withdraw that.
I withdraw that, Chair. I withdraw that, Chair.
For your information...
I withdraw that, Chair.
Order, Honorable Chair.
I withdraw that, Chair.
Honorable Chair, I hope the Honorable Majority Leader does not sit in your committee.
I don't.
And there is no way he can measure your incompetency.
You know, Mr. Speaker...
You stand protected.
Thank you.
Yes.
And in fact, I was in record last December when I was doing distribution of food. I was called that I'm the one intimidating the sector. And you are aware of that, leader. And they say the leaders...
Kindly don't engage...
And the leaders, and I was told, I was informed the leaders will take charge.
Order, Honorable Chair. The Leader of Majority has...
I was told that.
Take charge.
Yeah,
the Leader of Majority has withdrawn...
And the Leader of Majority and Minority will take charge in distribution. So where do I come as a failure?
Can you proceed, Chair? You are No. I just wanted you to withdraw the word he is incompetent.
Yeah, I'm not. And he knows I'm not.
The chair is competent.
I'm saying failure.
But he has not failed because no member of the committee has raised such with the chair and the committee members.
Yes. So
And,
I understand the concerns of my leader majority in terms of the storage of food, but it's also very important for him to understand that these contracts are not given at the same time. And these contractors don't supply at the same time. So there's no point of bringing this issue at this particular moment.
Thank you.
Yes.
For that.
Thank you.
Kindly conclude.
Allow me, under rehabilitation of upgrade of playing grounds, Jericho Playground, Kiambiu Playground, Lindi Playground, Lenana Playground, Kabiro Playground, Kawangware Playground, Gatina Playgrounds, and construction of Gatitu Multipurpose Court at Tena. Mr. Speaker, in a nutshell, I've given what the sectors are doing in different sectors.
Which is very important. I hope honorable members and
now,
most majorly the elected members,
yes,
now you can attest to the fact that the sector has actually ongoing projects in your wards. So what you need to do is to do a follow-up with the committee and make sure the projects are concluded within the time frame. Kindly, Chairman.
Thank you.
Are you through, please?
Under the challenges, shall I?
2 minutes?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Okay.
The committee encountered several challenges during the period under review, including delay by the county executive in submitting timely, satisfactory reports and information as requested by the committee, failure by the sector to overseen by the committee to submit policies and proposal legislation for consideration by the county assembly. But in addition, Mr. Speaker, in addition, under the challenges that the committee is facing, I talked about the budget not being implemented in full. We pass budgets here, then after 2 or 3, 4 months, a supplementary budget is brought before the floor of the House, and everything is watered down. And 2, challenges of payments, Mr. Speaker. The sectors, let me give an example of social halls. Since this administration came in, they've never paid any single social hall. It's not my responsibility to pay the social halls, it's the responsibility of the executive to pay the social halls. The governor knows about it, the CFO knows about it, the CEC Finance knows about it. There's interference. That's why I wanted to elaborate, but my leader of majority has downplayed me, and I wanted him to possibly pick up that issue. But I had highlighted those issues here. Those ones, the ones you
Really engage the chair, please.
So he cut me short. I don't want to elaborate on it. Lastly, the executive memos that, when we pass the budget, these executive memos that come after, stopping the procurement of the projects that is in the implementation of that budget. There was an executive memo that went around all sectors not to procure, Mr. Speaker. And that affects the absorption rate of the sectors.
So do you find that as an illegality?
This is a challenge.
But is it an illegality?
Of course, it's an illegality. You know, once we pass the budget, we expect it to be implemented.
Okay. So what is the committee doing about?
We summoned all the chief officers in our last retreat in Naivasha. We summoned them. All of them came. And we gave directions that once we pass the budget, it must be implemented.
Thank you.
So other than the challenges, Mr. Speaker, on recommendation, Mr. Speaker, that the committee should expedite and review and approval of policies and legislations proposals from the sector before the end of 2025. Additional resources and support should be allocated to facilitate the successful execution of committee resolution, including site visits. Mr. Speaker, that is a challenge from the office of the clerk. and he can confirm that. A structured framework for monitoring and evaluation should be developed to track the progress and recommendation of the implementation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, honorable members. I hope you are taking notes. We will give plenary when now at least you are supposed to engage the chair. As communicated to the assembly, we have no business proceeding with other business when those business which are quite critical and passionate to the development agenda of the members of this county assembly are set aside. So I would really recommend that we need to engage the chairs and various sectors on this agenda, yeah, until we are through. So, honorable members, I would really request the assembly that we cut short the other chairs who are supposed to give a presentation tomorrow as we proceed with the business or with other business of the day. I hope that is in order. Okay, clerk. Remember, what is it?
Yeah, I was standing on order number.
Kindly light your, oh, it's on.
Yeah. We are lacking a quorum.
You can't confirm a quorum. You need to ask whether we have a quorum.
Kindly, Speaker.
Because that is not one of your responsibility as a member to count the number of members in the assembly.
I was just looking around.
Clerk, kindly let's proceed.
Honorable Speaker.
Clerk, please call out the next. Honorable Majority Leader, please. Clerk, proceed.
Order number 8, motion.
Motion number, order number 8. Kindly, please, Chair, proceed. This is Honorable Alvin Orlando.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to move the following motion, that this assembly adopt the report of the Sectoral Committee on Lands Planning and Housing on the vetting of the nominee for appointment as the nominee executive chairperson of Nairobi City County Rural and Urban Affordable Housing Committee. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to section 34(3) of the Affordable Housing Act 2024, His Excellency the Governor forwarded to Assembly the name of Mr. Chris Abuga. The mic is working.
Microphone, please.
Mr. Chris Abuga. One, Mr. Chris Abuga as Mr. Chris Abuga for the vetting and approval of the appointment as the non-executive chairperson for the Nairobi City County Rural and Urban Affordable Housing Committee. Honorable Speaker, the nominee appeared before the committee on Tuesday, 25th February 2025 and was vetted in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution, Public Appointments, County Assembly Approval Act 2017, Section 35(1) of Affordable Housing Act 2024, and the Assembly standing orders on the suitability for appointment to the said positions. Honorable Speaker, the committee considered the nominees' questionnaires, CV, clearance from KRA, ESCC, and DCI, oral submission, and made the following findings. 1, the nominee holds a Bachelor of Electrical and Electronic Engineering from the University of Nairobi. B, the nominee does not hold does not hold dual citizenship. C, until the date of the approval hearing, the nominee has been conducting private consultancy. D, the nominee meets the requirements of Chapter 6 of the Constitution of Leadership and Integrity, having obtained clearance from the following bodies: HELB, EACC, and KRA. However, the nominee presented a receipt indicating that he had applied for clearance from the DCI. The nominee has not been charged or convicted by the court of law in the past 3 years. The nominee has been a resident of Nairobi City County for more than 5 years. The nominee demonstrates interest, knowledge of topical, administrative, and technical issues touching on the docket. He has been nominated to, having considered the file in questionnaire of the nominees and the oral submissions in accordance to the relevant laws. The committee satisfies itself that the nominee is suitable for appointment as the executive chairperson of Nairobi City County Affordable Housing Committee. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, the committee urges the Assembly to approve the nominee as the committee confirmed is suitable to hold the said position during the approval hearing process. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I therefore call my good friend, Honorable Mark Mugambi, to second the motion.
Thank you, Speaker. As I second this motion, allow me first to commend the chair of the Planning Committee and the incoming MP Westlands, the Honorable Alvin Orlando Palapala, for the good job he and his committee members have done in the vetting and coming up of the said report. And with this, Honorable Speaker, I beg to support.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that this Assembly adopts the report of the State Committee on Lands, Planning and Housing on vetting of the nominee for appointment as non-executive chairperson of Nairobi City County Rural and Urban Affordable Housing Committee, laid on the table of the Assembly on Tuesday, 20th March 2025. Honorable members. Honorable Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, I am very practical in terms of procedure. This is a very important motion for this county, and I would wish, if possible, Honorable Speaker, you check the issue of the quorum. A member raised, albeit it was a move of the motion, so that you be able to, it's already unanswered. The issue of the quorum is very important, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, in line with our standing orders that requires a quorum during the sitting and hour of debate, I direct the clerk to confirm whether we have a quorum through the sergeant at arms. Honourable members, after proposing the question, the clerk has confirmed lack of quorum, and under standing order number 37-2, I direct the sergeant at arms to leave the door wide open as you ring the bell for a record of 10 minutes. clerk kindly confirm whether we have a quorum? Honourable members, understanding order 37-2, after the bell has been rung for a record of 10 minutes, the clerk has confirmed to the chair we still lack quorum to transact the business of the day. And under the guidance of the standing order, honourable members, motion number 8 stands suspended under standing order number 35. And on resumption of interrupted business, I direct that the same be continued at the point of debate tomorrow, same time. Honourable members, I direct that the House Business Committee to hold a sitting at the rise of the Assembly to allocate the business. The House stand adjourned to 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. Thank you.